Right. So HF Limited NBFC, which is exclusively into housing finance business, completed 1 month of operation. They approached their auditor UVW and company chartered accountants to know about the process to apply for registration under the 45IA of the RBI Act. After calculating the net own funds, which stood at 249 lakh, and considering the other details, the company was told that they need not apply for the certificate. After the completion of the financial year, UVW and company started the stat audit. During the course of audit, the management disagreed on the following matters. The company had revalued a particular class of its assets. No intangible assets were revalued. The carrying value before revaluation was 77 lakh and the value post revaluation was 84.7 lakh. Auditor wants to mention the same along with the amount of change in the CARO. So they are talking about the clause 1D of the CARO, right? Whether there is any revaluation during the year. MC Limited approached UVW and company for providing a few management consultancy and other services for their company. The offers given to them were as follows: inventory management, material handling, storage, personnel recruitment, selection, tax-free presentation, and advice concerning the tax matter. You, the senior partner of the firm, was not consulted by deciding to respond to the above offers made by MC Limited. Hence, he resigned from the partnership or ego clash and then went into practice as a sole proprietor. Since Yu was having an interest in the field of merchant banking, he applied and obtained a registration as a category 4 merchant banker under the SEBI rules regulation. Good enough. Okay. Upon obtaining the same, he was approached by HF Limited, who wanted to go for a capital issue. You accepted the offer. The offer document and the advertisement regarding the capital issue prominently displayed the name and address of you under the caption advisor, advisor consultant to the issue. It was later found that you were guilty of misconduct because of the above incident. Based on the above, answer the question. Why the auditor of advised HF Limited and NBFC not to apply for certificate under 45IA? Okay. So it says since the company is a non-deposit taking NBFC, there is no need. Right, the company needs to complete 1 year before applying. Net owned funds of the company are below the stipulated limit. The company falls under the exempt category as notified by RBI. Right. So when we study the types of NBFC, we say one NBFCs which are registered with RBI and second which are exempted from registration with the RBI to avoid the duality of the regulation. So here it says it is into housing finance business. So they are regulated by the housing board. Right? So that is why no need for them to get registered with the RBI, right? So what is the reason? The company falls under the exempt category as notified by the RBI. Is the auditor's decision to report the issue given in the current situation? What is the reason? Right. So now, what is the reason? Yes, the revaluation of the asset. Right. So what was the value after revaluation? 84.70. Right. 84 right? 84.70 minus how much was the original value? 77. Right? So 7.7. So is there a change of 10% or more for each class of asset? Yes, then it is required to be reported. Since the revaluation of the asset has brought a change of 10% in the carrying amount, the same shall be reported in CARO. No, the reporting requirement under CARO is for physical verification. It does not require the details of revaluation. No, since no intangible asset is revalued, the above matter need not be reported. No, since the revaluation has not reduced the carrying value, the same need not be reported. No, the revaluation has to be reported as it has brought a change of 10% or more. Assuming all responsibilities and protocols being fulfilled properly from the above case scenario, what can you infer about the appointment of UVW and company as auditors of HF Limited? Right, so UV W, right? After the completion, they started with the statutory audit, and during the course of audit, the management disagreed on the following matters, right? What do you infer about the appointment of UVW and company as auditors of the HF Limited, ND and NBFC? Right, so UVW and company started the statutory audit, then management disagreed. Then after that, MC Limited approach. Right, so it is engaged UVW and company chartered accountants, and then they said they did not apply for the certificate. Right, so now NBFC, who would have appointed the auditors, appointed by shareholders, empanelment committee, board of directors, reappointed as auditors. Right, so now shareholder empanelment committee, no. Right now, reappointed as auditors? No, but they were appointed by shareholders or board of directors. So NBFC, it would be they were appointed by the board of directors. Okay. And in the above case of Mr. U, which act of his would have led to professional misconduct that displaying prominently? Can the CA allow the client to write in the offer document that CA is advisor to issue, consultant to an issue? Yes, that is allowed. But writing it prominently, it says that is the problem. And CA also cannot write it in his letterhead. But offer document, it should not be displayed prominently. So obtaining registration as category 4 allowed. Allowing the caption advisor to issue in the offer document allowed. Accepting the offer without communicating the same to their auditor, here it's not a replacement position. So that's not a problem. Allowing his name and address to be displayed prominently in the offer document and the advertisement, right? So that's the reason which relates to the professional misconduct. Okay.